Why do I always decide to record YouTube videos when I'm tired? At least I have coffee. What's up guys, it's Necessarily Purple, and today we're going to be covering a question which I get asked quite often from people who aren't really... They're very new to the whole streaming game. Maybe they haven't been streaming for a while, or they've just started streaming, or they want to start streaming, and they're very new to the whole OBS, Streamlabs OBS kind of world of capture softwares. I've also been asked this question multiple times on stream, which by the way you can catch every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I do an hour of just chatting at the start of all my streams. Feel free to jump in and ask me any questions regarding previous videos like the headphones or webcams or anything like that, or ask me new questions, give me advice for videos, give me feedback, stuff like that. You can jump in at any point. But yeah, I get asked this question quite often between Discord and streams and stuff, and it is, how do you add custom alerts or widgets to your scene in OBS? And we're kind of going to be covering a question that I've not been asked as frequently, but is definitely a part of the first question, which is, what do you prefer, Streamlabs OBS or Streamelements OBS.live? We're going to be covering both of these things in the video today, and I hope I can get most of it covered. I hope I can go over it as thoroughly as possible. If not, you can let me know. But yeah, without further ado, I'll jump over to the PC and see what we can get done.
What's going on, guys? We are over on the PC. As you will notice, there has been an outfit change and just an overall slight change. That is because this portion of the video is actually being filmed a couple days ahead or after the intro you have just seen, and actually a couple of days after the outro you're about to see. So the future of the video is the past of life. Either way, we are going to jump straight in to have a look at Streamelements. Streamelements is definitely the more easy one to use. What you want to do is you want to get onto streamelements.com, get onto your dashboard, sign in with Twitch or whichever options it gives you, whichever one applies to you, and come over to the left and go to My Overlays. And basically what you want to do is go up here and create a blank overlay. That will take you into this editor. You'll get an option to change the overlay resolution. I would say keep it at the canvas resolution of OBS, which I would suggest should never be below 1080p. If you have to stream in 720p, I would always suggest downscaling in your output resolution through OBS and keep your base canvas resolution at 1080p, or at least the resolution of your monitor. If you require 1440p, that is an option, but we are just going to stick to 1080. Now, the first thing we're going to add is we're going to add a widget. We're going to add an alert box, because that is arguably the most necessary thing you're going to need. And this sort of gives you the options to, you know, you get follower alerts, tip alerts, sub alerts, cheer alerts, host raid, and purchase alerts. And the first thing we're going to look at is a follower alert. So if I just emulate a follower alert, we get the sort of standard sort of bing, and then we have this little coin, which is not as bad as it used to be. However, we are going to customize it. So what you want to do is come over here and click on the cog wheel, and this is where you can adjust stuff like volume, the layouts. You can either have it text above image, or have it in a row, or have the image over text. We are just going to go with a row at the moment. You can change what the text says. So like, thank you for the follow, or like, welcome to the club, welcome to the team, welcome to the family, stuff like that. You can also change the text in a more detailed fashion here, where you can pick a font, change the size, change the stroke, change the color of the highlighted text, which changes this over here. It changes the actual name of the person, or whatever the text that will be highlighted will be. But what we're going to focus on is changing up here. So you can upload a sound, and we are just, when you get to this screen, you can upload a sound if you don't have any already. But if you do, just select the one you want to use. And then you can either set an image or a video. Now, a video is for stuff like MP4s, WebMs. And then you've also got images, which is for PNGs and GIFs. And we are going to use a GIF for this one. A WebM is definitely easier to run, but just for this example, we're going to use a GIF. And then if I want to emulate a follower event now, we have this little bar. So we can put this down in the bottom. You can also change the animation settings for stuff if you choose to do so. However, I am going to leave mine default at the moment. You guys can experiment and find what works best for you and how you want to make your overlay look. Now, to save that, you want to click save up here, and you want to name the overlay. I am just going to call it YouTube overlay. And then that is your custom alerts added. You can customize them however you like. You can make them look however you want to make them look. But you can also add other widgets. And one widget I always get asked about is you want to come down to the plus, add a static custom asset rotator slideshow. And I like to make this a little bigger so I can see it. And I usually do this with my steel logo, is you can add whatever asset you want. And then, for example, add another asset you want. So the steel sign and the dollar sign, and it will rotate between them. I like to use this blank PNG I have, which is just a PNG with nothing on the canvas whatsoever, and it is just blank. And I like to chuck that in one of the corners. We will put that right here. And that is an asset rotator and a follower alert done. You can also add stream labels, so subscriber, let's go with the latest subscriber for your channel. You can pop that down here next to the rotator. You can add another one for follow. You can put your latest follower, the latest follower, Felicia, and the latest sub. Thank you, Matt. And then you just want to come up here and click save. And to put that into OBS, all you have to do is copy this overlay URL, come into OBS, go to your sources, add a source, add a browser, call it whatever you want, add it, make sure the link is changed to the link you just copied, and the height and width match perfectly the height and width you just made your overlay. So if you used 1440p, you'll make it a 1440p width and height. If you made it 720, you'll make it a 720 height. But we used 1080p. So now that that is done, you will see that our latest subscriber and latest follow have appeared down in the bottom. You will see our asset slideshow is down here. And if we emulate a follower event, you can see that our alert pops up in the corner. And the good thing about Stream Elements is you can change all of the alerts and the process is the exact same. But something else you can change is if you come down here to variation settings, if you want your resubscriber. So if we emulate a subscriber event, you just get a sort of default coin alert, just like everything else. But if you come down here to variation settings and you want, say, your resubscriber to be different, you can then come in here, change the volume to however you want, change everything, and we are going to set this as a separate image, so something we haven't already had. This is where you can enable TTS, you can change the text and stuff, everything like that, all that good stuff, and then you would just want to save variation. And if we then emulate another subscriber event, you can see we have the normal overlay down here, and then you want to come up here and click save. If you don't save, it will be just a normal coin down here. But then if you hit save and you come over here and you play your resubscriber alert, you get Roadhouse, this little alert, which perfectly lined up with Peter saying Roadhouse. And that is Stream Elements basically done. You can change the variation of alerts, you can change how things are done, you can change all your different alerts. The process is the exact same throughout. You can add loads of widgets, you just need to go through them, check what you think your stream needs, and add them as you go. You can add stuff like hype cups, you can add store redemptions, you can add just images, videos, product rotators. You can even make a custom widget. If you understand stuff like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, you can make your own custom widget. It is pretty awesome. Now, Streamlabs is a little bit different, as everything can be saved just as one single browser source for Stream Elements. However, Streamlabs does not have this feature. It doesn't have, you don't get the privilege, basically. You essentially have to add everything separately, which we'll go over here and add an alert box as our first widget. We'll just call it alert box. And it works in essentially the same way. You can select what you want to change, and then you just want to come over here. You can select the layout up here, select the message here, and then you want to come here to media, and you can change everything, adjust the volume, adjust the media. If we want the tada instead, and we want to change the GIF to Ed from Ed, Ed, and Eddie, then sometimes it will jump back and not actually let you change it, but you just have to go in and change it again. It can be a little bit fiddly. But if we then add that and we test a follower, then we can have our little custom follower alert down in the corner. And now, one great thing about Streamlabs is that when you add, for example, a stream label to get your latest sub, something about Stream Elements, which I didn't mention, is as you resize your alert, the text in the alert will not resize. So, for example, if we get our most recent follower, as we resize this box, that most recent follower gets bigger. Stream Elements, you actually don't have that kind of control. You have to go in and control it manually, which arguably is more accurate, but it's not as convenient. You definitely have to put in a lot more thought to how it goes in. And then again, that can be a very good thing for some people if they want to make their stream absolutely perfect, but Stream Elements is very user-friendly. You can also add stuff like your viewer count. You can add a sponsor banner, which is similar to the asset slideshow rotator, where you can just have a little logo appear, and if you change the show duration and the high duration to what you want it to be, you can change the width and height, you can change the image, you can change the duration of the image and stuff like that, and it essentially does the same thing. Does the exact same thing, it's just called something different. So on Stream Elements, it's an asset slideshow rotator, and on this, it is a sponsor banner. But that is essentially how to add custom widgets and alerts into Streamlabs. Now, I hope I covered everything you guys wanted to see. If I didn't, let me know. I'm going to jump back over to the phone and do an outro for this video.
Right guys, I hope that covered everything. I hope you learned enough in this video to go forth and create your streams and add yourself some custom alerts and custom widgets into your scenes and make your stream look as nice as possible. A lot of the videos on this channel are going to be focused on streaming on a budget, which is what I am doing. I have to stream without really a massive income thanks to COVID. And you know, smaller streamers don't make a lot from streaming, which is kind of the goal of the channel, to teach streamers that maybe aren't affiliated yet or are affiliated but get like a payout once every 5 to 6 months of that $100, and it's not really enough to spend all at once on something to upgrade the stream massively. So this is something, these are videos that you can use to upgrade as time goes on a budget in very easy ways. But yeah, I hope I covered everything. If I didn't, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. You can also join mine or the Steel's Discord. Both links to both of those Discords will be down in the description below, as will the link to my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok. You can follow me there for all different kinds of content of behind the scenes stuff, smaller clips, stream clips, highlights, stuff like that. You can follow me on those social medias for all of that great stuff. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop it a like. If you didn't, you can drop it a dislike if you want. If you want to see more in the future, you can subscribe and hit that bell notification. I have a lot of plans for new videos in the future. And yeah, I hope this video helped. If it did, please let me know and hit me up, show me your stream, let me know what you think of the video, let me know if you want me to keep doing these videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.